Hello, children. I'm sure you all are doing well. Students, today we are going to start with the sixth poem from your book Honeydew, and the name of the poem is The Duck and the Kangaroo, and it is written by Edward Lear. So, very humorous poem, students. First of all, let's know about the poet Edward Lear. Edward Lear was born on 1812 and died in the year 1888. He was an English poet and musician known mostly for his poems in the nonsense genre, right? Genre is like art, okay? And limericks. Limericks is like humorous. He used to write humorous stories, okay? The stories or poems with some laughter, or the ones which have that element, humorous element. And they had messages too, they had morals too, right? Like this humorous poem is also having a beautiful theme, okay? So first, let's see the theme of the poem, that actually what is the basic idea behind the poem. The Duck and the Kangaroo is a humorous poem. Reading between the lines show that it actually deals with the significance of love for adventure. The poem also deals with the theme of friendship. Friends who help others not only give joy but also experience happiness themselves. Okay, so it's about adventure, right? About adventure, it's about friendship, like how friends help each other. And it not only, give they will not only give joy, but if they help others, they also experience happiness. Like if you help someone, you also feel happy that you have helped that person. Okay, in the same way friends also do, right? So the basic idea theme of the poem is related to adventure and friendship, right? Between obviously the two characters, kangaroo and a duck, right? Okay, so let's start the poem line by line. So as you can see from the title itself, we are having two main characters, the duck and the kangaroo, right? So let us see the first stanza, students. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Okay, so as you can see in this stanza, the duck praises kangaroo for his hopping skills, right? He can hop, right? You all know kangaroo can hop, jump. Okay, so the duck just praises him for his skills over the fields, right? He can just hop over the fields and water. Okay, so here good gracious is like expression, it's an exclamation of wonder. Okay, like it's so good that you can hop. How you hop? It's a wonder for the duck to see that kangaroo is hopping. Okay, so said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. Right? आप ऐसे hop कर रहे हो as if you never would stop, and you would just keep on hopping and hopping. And duck says, my life is a bore in this nasty pond, like this bad, ugly pond, and my life is a bore. Like, the duck said, like, you are so adventurous that you are hopping here and there every time, so gracefully as if you would never stop. Okay, but my life kya hai? My life is a bore in this nasty pond, in this bad, ugly pond. Okay, and I long to go out in the world beyond. And I wish, long here means I wish to go beyond, right, to the world beyond. I don't want to live in this nasty pond every time. I just want to hop. I want to explore the world. I want to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you. I wish I could hop like you. I wish कि मैं आपकी तरह hop कर पाता. Okay. I wish I could hop like you. He wishes to go out and explore the world, right? And as he want to explore the world, as he want to go here and there. So he wishes that he could hop like a kangaroo, right? So he wishes that he could hop like kangaroo, right? Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the day of the long day through, and we would go to the D and the jelly belly, over the land and over the sea. Please take me on a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. So as we have seen in the first stanza, the duck wishes that he could hop like a kangaroo. Duck क्या wish कर रहा है? That it could hop like just like a kangaroo, right? Okay, so in the second stanza he just requests, right? He just requests the kangaroo to give him a ride on his back. Okay, he wishes or he just requests the kangaroo to give him a ride on his back, right? And he promises that I would sit quite still. He promises that he would just keep still. That means he would not move. Okay, he would just sit quietly and say nothing but quack. और कुछ नहीं कहेंगे, just he will just quack all day. Quack, you all know, sound made by duck, right? Okay, so he said that he would not utter anything except quack. Okay, so he asked for a ride. Okay, they would go to see the D and the jelly belly. So basically D and jelly belly, all these are just imaginary places. Okay, fine. So he said that we will just, I'll ride on your back and we will just visit number of places. We would go to D and Jelly Boli. So these are just two imaginary places जो उन्होंने अपने आप से बनाए थे. Okay, so he said that we would have fun and they would go over the land and over the sea. They would go over the land, over the sea. Please take me on a ride. Oh do, please. Oh, do means please do it. Like, please take me on a ride with you. Okay, the duck again begs to the kangaroo to give him a ride. Okay, so he's just requesting kangaroo that please give me a ride on your back. Said the kangaroo to the duck. This requires a little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection, which is, if you let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatiz, said the kangaroo. Okay, so here in this third stanza, here the kangaroo is saying to the duck, kangaroo ने duck को कहा that this requires me to think a little. Reflection means thinking here, right? यहाँ पे क्या मतलब है reflection का? It means that thinking. So kangaroo replies that he needs to think for some time. He needs some time to consider this duck's request, right? He agrees that he might even benefit from this experience, that he might bring him, this might bring him luck. अगर वो उनको लेके जाते हैं तो this might be good for them both, right? But kangaroo has one objection, and there seems but one objection. Objection means there is only one thing. एक ही problem है. What was the problem? That the duck's feet, you all know the duck's feet being always in water, they are wet and cold. क्योंकि वो हमेशा water में रहते हैं, so they are wet and cold. Okay, so he said your feet are wet and cold, and if he would carry the duck, then obviously it would probably give him rheumatiz. Now rheumatiz here means rheumatism, like it's a disease, like cold. Okay, so he said that it might give me, or I might catch cold, I might get some disease, okay, because of your wet feet. Okay, so said the kangaroo that I will give you the ride, but your feet are wet and cold, so I might get that rheumatism. Okay, said the duck. So as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my wet feet neatly, and to keep out the cold I have bought a cloak, and everyday cigar I'll smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. So the duck said that As I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, right? So the duck was like, I have thought over it, मैंने सोचा उस बारे में, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks. Okay, and I bought, क्या लिया उन्होंने? 4 pair of woolen, worsted means woolen socks, which fit my web feet neatly, right? Because they are properly fitted. Okay, and to keep out the cold, I have bought a cloak. To keep out the cold, that means just to be out of cold, I have bought a cloak. What's a cloak? Cloak is actually a loose robe. It's like you can say overcoat जो हम winters में पहनते हैं whenever we go outdoors. Okay, it's a loose overcoat, right? So he said, the duck said that I have thought over it, and to keep out of cold, I have bought what? Woolen socks and a cloak, so that his feet remain dry and do not infect the kangaroo, right? The duck also has a solution for the cold, that he has brought, like, this cloak as well as woolen clothes, and he'll smoke a cigar. Student, cigar is basically a cylindrical tobacco which leaves smoking. Okay, fine. So he was like that, I have also bought a cigar and I'll smoke a cigar all day. It will keep both of us warm. And he summarizes that he is doing all these things. What all things that he have bought? Cloak, worsted woolen clothes, and cigar. He's doing all these things just to make sure that his beloved kangaroo is not harmed in any way. Okay, that he might not feel cold, right? So he has done all these things just for kangaroo, so that he might not feel cold, right? So in this way, he just convinces the kangaroo to give him a ride on his back. So now what happened? The kangaroo is pleased with the duck's readiness. Like, okay, so the kangaroo got convinced with the duck and he got ready to give him a ride. Okay, now he accepted his request and he advises the duck to sit steady, that means without any movement, steady at the end of kangaroo's tail. Okay, so that kangaroo can easily maintain the balance, right? So he asked the duck to sit at the just corner or end of kangaroo's tail, as you can see in the image also, so that he could maintain the balance. Okay, and the duck did so, right? Duck ने ऐसा ही किया, and the duck did so, and together, so away they went with a hop and a bound. So away, now they together took off hopping around the world, right? They enjoyed their ride, right? They just went hopping around the world. They made 3 rounds of the world. They made 3 rounds of the world hopping like that, and they were very happy about it, right? Like, and who's so happy? Oh, who? As the duck and the kangaroo. So both of them were so happy that they enjoyed their ride. They hopped around the world 3 times. Okay, and they both were happy about this ride. So in this way our poem comes to an end, students. I hope you all have loved the poem, right? Okay, so this gives us a message, that we should help others. It gives us the happiness too, right? It also makes us happy. Along with that person, we also feel happy to help others. Okay, same way like this kangaroo did. Okay, so it gives us also pleasure. At the end, they both enjoyed the ride, na? Okay, so this is the theme: friendship and adventure, right? Love for a significance of adventure, right? Okay, so students, go through the poem line by line. For any query, please contact, right? I'll see you all in your next class. Till then, just take care, students. Keep studying. Thank you.